Suspected bike thief caught on camera. What Paradise Police want you to be on the lookout for.
And we have new details about the bar incident investigation in Chico as our community honors the memory of the bartender who was just taken off life support.
And new tonight, what you need to know about buying a car in 2026. We break down new protections that could save you money.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
New at 6, Redding's Public Works Director said today that the intensity of last week's storm exceeded what routine maintenance could do to prevent flooding.
Michael Webb called the storm a 50-year event and said his team's preparation and maintenance did help limit damage from the December 21st storm. Redding police and firefighters made about 60 water-related rescues. And Redding Electric Utility says proactive tree work helped prevent widespread outages. The city is still assessing damage and urges you to report flooding online. Well, the Paradise Police Department is asking for your help finding someone they say stole an electric bicycle from the front porch of a home.
And it was caught on camera. This Ring camera video was taken just after 5:30 this morning in the area of Dreher Lane. Police describe the suspect as a white man in his 50s with short dark hair. They say he has an average build. You can see him for yourself there. Also a slight limp. So if you recognize this person, contact the Paradise Police Department.
The man accused of shooting and killing his mother was arraigned today. Redding police arrested Robert Carty last week after authorities say he shot and killed mom Nancy Grimmer. Carty was arraigned on 1 count of murder with an enhancement for the use of a gun. Carty was arrested Saturday night after officers responded to a shooting at a home on Shadow Glen Drive. Authorities say Grimmer was found dead when officers arrived. Carty is scheduled to be back in court on January 27th and 29th.
We now have a look at the woman accused in the Christmas Day murder of her husband. Officials say Julia Castaneda shot her husband, Carlos Castaneda, just after 2:30 in the morning at their home on Cox Lane. He later died at the hospital. Detectives say they found guns in the home and evidence that led them to believe that Julia was responsible for the shooting. No motive has been mentioned.
We're learning new details about the Chico bartender who was on life support after being critically injured at an incident at the Oasis Bar and Grill. Action News Now reporter Bea Barbosa joins us live near Enloe Health. Bea, Terry Smith has now been taken off life support.
Yes, Haley, about a week after the incident at the Oasis, family decided to take Terry off of life support and donate his organs. Today, the family held a flag ceremony and honor walk for Terry here at Enloe to honor his memory. Terry was a beloved bartender at the Oasis and was severely injured after midnight on December 21st. Terry's brother, Danny Smith, told me over the phone last week that Terry was trying to break up a fight when he was attacked. I reached out to the Chico Police Department to learn where things stand with the investigation into the incident. Lieutenant Ben Love told me that they are waiting for an autopsy to be performed to verify the cause of death. He says detectives are investigating the incident and treating it as though it may be a criminal act, but they cannot determine if Terry was the victim of a criminal act or if this was a medical incident, self-defense, or any other possibility until they have a cause of death from the medical examiner. Lieutenant Love says detectives are still working to collect evidence, including video surveillance, though he would not confirm if they have any video of the incident yet. He says they are currently working to identify everyone who was present that night to determine exactly what happened. At this time, Lieutenant Love says they have not made any arrests, but he says that they are confident that they will have answers soon. Reporting live in Chico, Bea Barbosa, Action News Now.
So, Bea, what will come next once that autopsy has been performed?
Yeah, Haley, Lieutenant Love tells me that once the autopsy has been conducted and they have a cause of death, they will be able to move forward with the investigation, but the way they do so really depends on what they find in the autopsy.
All right, thanks for keeping us posted, Bea. The Oasis was temporarily closed today so that staff could attend the honor walk and the flag ceremony as well. Now we have time-lapse video from earlier today taken from the Falcons View camera from Alert, California, looking toward Redding, blanketed by fog but blue skies overhead.
Yeah, it's got to be blue skies above
Yeah.
there. We didn't see them, though.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for that camera, Howie.
No, you're right. If you're 1,000 feet up there somewhere where they were, then you're going to see the blue. Hard time seeing that today at ground level as clouds moved in. And then we still had the fog, the dense fog advisory last night and into the morning. We'll still deal with that fog overnight into tomorrow. Shouldn't be as bad, but we are starting to see those clouds move in. The hourglass is flowing now, the sand flowing through it. The countdown to our little break that we've had since our last rainfall, and we had a lot of it last week. Visibility-wise, very good at the moment. I'm still expecting areas of patchy fog to minimally overnight into the morning. Maybe not as dense as what we had, but we'll have some areas of some patchy fog, and then the winds on the lighter side helping with that fog development. But about 15 degrees cooler compared to yesterday due to the fog and the cloud cover. The sun warmed us up into the low 60s in some locations. We stayed in the 40s for the most part, but more showers are on the way. We'll talk all about that in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Howie.
Well, of course, January 1st always means new laws in California, and some of the new laws that take effect this New Year's Day in California are meant to protect consumers.
Now, Action News Now reporter Sade Pullen joins us live in Chico. So, Sade, one of them details buying cars.
Yes, Haley, that's right. And this new law is called the California Combating Auto Retail Scams, or CARS for short. So according to the DMV, the CARS Act prohibits car dealerships from misrepresenting vehicle prices, financing terms, and optional unnecessary add-ons that increase the price of a sale of a vehicle. It also protects buyers or leasers by providing a 3-day right to cancel the transaction if the vehicle is priced under $50,000. Now, one Chico dealership owner tells me that the 3-day cancellation may negatively impact his business because he says a lot can happen in those 3 days that are not necessarily the dealership's fault.
That other law is going to make it where it'll be more of a joyride and make it where a lot of people take advantage of it. Quote that was quoted to me a long time ago, they used to say the dealer was the liar, and we found out that the buyers are the liars. And we, they usually have more money than they say. They usually have, but I'm just here to make a good deal. And either way it goes, I'm gonna have to step up my game.
Another local dealership owner in Chico who wanted to stay anonymous told me that they're also worried about the 3-day return, also worrying about buyers being dishonest. Now, Justin Cahoy says that with this new law, if someone returns a vehicle based on operational issues, he will first try to fix it or do a trade-in before doing a refund. Now, as for the new rules about transparent pricings, Cahoy says that he's in favor of that. He says for his dealership in particular, they are upfront about all the prices. Live in Chico, Sade Pullen, Action News Now.
All right, thanks, Sade. Dealerships do have time to adjust to the change because this specific set of rules goes into effect on October 1st of 2026.
New at 6, a local company jumped in to help repair the Butte County Sheriff's search and rescue unit, their much-needed rescue boat. With new storms rolling into Northern California, the Butte County Search and Rescue team says that getting this boat back in service is critical for flood and water rescue readiness. They say that it was Flex Out Motorsports and Fabrication. That's the company that helped get the boat ready for the mission free of charge. We told you yesterday how the search and rescue team responded to 6 callouts in just 24 hours on Christmas Day as well as the day after.
And Christmas may be over, but the holiday spirit is still on full display inside a home on Madera Lane in Chico. Action News Now reporter Jerry O'Lennon shows us the Christmas village unlike any other.
From the outside, the house looks much like any other decorated for the season. Inside, however, is an intricate miniature world built by Chico resident Carrie Chaplin, a sprawling Christmas village filled with tiny scenes, moving parts, and carefully hidden surprises.
Yes. Definitely. The adults have gotten into it, but it was for children.
The display includes more than 50 battery-operated pieces, from flying Santas and spinning windmills to twirling Christmas trees and multiple moving trains. Visitors can spot a hot chocolate stand, a nativity scene tucked beside a cafe, and even the Grinch if they look closely enough. The reaction from first-time visitors is almost always the same.
Wow. We had no idea.
Carrie says the magic comes from making it feel real.
Where you can just, people say, I wish I could just shrink myself down and just be right in that spot.
A tiny village with a big reminder that during the holidays, it still takes a village. In Chico, Jerry O'Lennon, Action News Now.
Open house Saturday from 1 to 3 on Madera Lane there in Chico. That full address is on our website under this story. Looks pretty cool.
So you can go and see it if you want to on
we might
Saturday.
go check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Wow. Yeah. All right, well, local DUI arrests are up. We'll tell you what the CHP wants you to keep in mind as you make New Year's Eve plans.
And we are reflecting on the local stories that really stood out to our reporters when we come back.